Hello, my friends. Shawn here with Manly Made Minute, and welcome back to another episode of Okay, I'll try that. Today's easy. It's so simple. It's easy. It's yeah, I haven't tried this. So my friend Sandy, and I mentioned her a couple of times in my last few videos, recently did a card, very cute card about being on the short bus. Had a cool background, but it was like simple. And so when I asked, hey, I need some ideas for some videos, she's like, well, here's a background to try. And I've never done it. So I thought, okay, I'll try that. So we're gonna do a little easy background with some punches. I don't own a ton of punches, so my other friend Colette, who's friend of Sandy's, like, I got a whole bunch of punches from Stampin' Up. You need to try them because that's what Sandy did. So I have some of Colette's punches that I picked out, and we're gonna replicate a background that Sandy did using punches. I've never done this. So, before I head down to that down camera, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Would love to have you follow along here at YouTube and Instagram. I have all kinds of stuff to share and would love to have you follow along. If you like my stuff, give me a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's get some punching going. Let's just check this out. Okay, so here are the punches that I picked out from Colette. And I just picked them out because I thought they'd be cool as a background because it got kind of funky, different kind of funky edges on them. I thought this one would be cute, cut out with patterned paper, thrown on a card. So this is what I picked out. I'm going to try this one just because I like this edge of it. And then I picked out some patterned paper to try. So the concept here is I die cut out a background. And you don't have to die cut it out. You can just cut it out, but I just wanted some stitching of stuff that's going to be revealed so it looks nice and clean. Okay, this is what Sandy does with her. She does a lot of die cutting with her backgrounds, and so I die cut mine out, and we're going to go with this one. I grabbed these because I'm going to actually probably do the same thing and make some cards out of those ones with the backgrounds. But video today, we're going to try this one. And I have had one Stampin' Up punch in my life, and I got to fix it. It jams up on me. But, so this one, I picked out these two pieces of pattern paper from the recent release of Brutus Monroe. So this is the retro flower. I'll put the link to that below. And then we're going to use this to put on here. So we're going to just punch a couple of these out. This is just how you do it, right? So we just go through, I feed this in. Whoops, I'm doing this the wrong way. So feed this in, and we're just gonna cut out like 3 of each to start, just to see if that's gonna be enough. And I did this matching one from the same one, and we're just gonna punch. Even this side's pretty. And I got 2 out of that scrap piece. Let's just get another. I think I have a scrap. I do have a scrap. And we'll cut one more if it'll fit. I think I can just barely get that to fit. Perfect. Now, all she did on this card was just laid these around like so to create a pattern on the back of her paper, on the back of her cardstock. So we're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to randomly lay this down, and I thought this would be cool to have one just right in the corner like so. And then hers did not overlap. Could I have these overlap? I sure could. I can do whatever I want, right? So if I want to overlap these and make it kind of fill it, I could do that, masterboard style kind of thing, right? And so I'm going to lay these out in 3s, like so. And I have not pre-laid this out, so I just thought 3s and then figure it out as we laid this out. Like so. And then my third one of this needs to go over here. Can I alternate? So do fancy end and regular end? Yep. Sure could. Whatever I want. I know she just said she just laid these out and then you trim it down. Just like so. Then all she did I could use my trimmer. I find sometimes it's just easier to use my larger Tim Holtz shears to do this and trim it to size. And you have yourself an easy background. I'm going to make a card out of this afterwards. If you want to see Sandy's card, I'll put the link down below. Isn't that cool? And then I could take and put an element here in the middle to kind of cover that up and just have the edges and put like a stamp or a vellum or another layer die cut and then put something on top of it. Anything you want for whatever your card is. But how cool is that? Now look at this. Wouldn't this be cool? And I'm going to, before we end, I'm just going to grab, let's just grab this top one. And you could do the similar thing like this in any shape. Isn't that cute? And then just lay these on your background, I think would be absolutely adorable. This one actually cuts out a little one, so I can use the opposite side for the little one. I think that's just absolutely adorable. I think this is the easiest background idea ever. Nice and clean. Put a little something in the middle, and you got yourself a card. Even just a sentiment in the middle. Boom, done, right? Nice little note card. So, I sure hope this gave you an idea to do some really easy backgrounds. I just would have never thought to use a punch. I own some, but they're little small things. So I got to get myself some large punches and start knocking these things out. Hopefully this gave you an idea. Use up some scraps, use up some pattern paper, and make yourself some backgrounds. Thank you all so much for hanging with me. And until next time, I'll see you then.